Oliver Anthony has made a very big splash in the last month. He had a very famous song now called Rich Men North of Richmond. It blew up and became a dividing line in the political landscape because the messaging has been embraced by both liberals, progressives, at least some liberals and progressives, conservatives, libertarians, and everybody for a while was saying he's our guy. Well, after the GOP played his song during the debate and Ron DeSantis had to give you that ridiculous statement in which he then had to pretend to know how to smile, we had to have Oliver Anthony call it out because they didn't ask permission to use this song at the debate. So
well,
he had
also
stuff to say.
it seemed like Ron DeSantis and the rest of the panel had not even heard the song. They were giving takes on it like they had just never even heard of it before. I don't know. I know they're busy people, but
checks note. Speaks to the working class.
So then he was just like, Biden has done bad things. We're gonna beat Biden. And then everyone was like, yes! Yes!
And he's like, you're literally right-wing Biden.
Yeah. So he posted this on Instagram. He said, this will be my last post about politics on social media. I apologize for beating a dead horse, but I need to address this quote in my video earlier since it's misquoted, misinterpreted this evening. Corporate news, big surprise, is now trying to twist me into being a Biden supporter. That song has nothing to do with Joe Biden. It's a lot bigger than Joe Biden, is referencing DeSantis' response to my song. He talks about needing to get Joe Biden out as if that would automatically solve all the problems. Biden is a big part of the issue, but it runs much deeper. Rich Men North of Richmond is about corporate-owned DC politicians on both sides. Though Biden's most certainly a problem, the lyrics aren't exclusively knocking Biden. It's bigger and broader than that. It's knocking the system collectively, including the corporate-owned conservative politicians that were on stage that night. Good night, everyone. Thanks again.
And DeSantis is like, I'm not corporate-owned.
And I will not let my donors down.
To war. I did see a great tweet from Lauren Chen. It was like, Nikki Haley, when you want to bomb the Middle East, but with girl boss energy.
It's neocon Barbie.
I mean, just go to CPAC. Neocon Barbies everywhere at CPAC.
Yes.
That's
neocon Barbies abound.
They're like, all
wearing the same sheath dress.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is my conspiracy theory: is that there's actually a secret club you have to go to get your dress for CPAC. This is my conspiracy. Like, you get, like, everyone's like, I got to know what to wear to the show, but actually, what they do is when you get to wherever they are, you have to give them a secret handshake, some like ultra secret.
There's a code
It probably
word.
Involves like the upside. It probably involves the OK hand sign, and then they're like, okay, you're let into the store. Kind of like in John Wick when he goes to get the bulletproof suit and stuff from the guy in John Wick 2. It's like that, but all the women have to go into like the ultra right-wing CPAC store that you're only allowed to shop in if you work for Turning Point USA.
I'm going to go to CPAC and I'm going to be like, that MF over there is not real.
She's in.
She goes, oh my gosh. If she and Alex Jones go to a panel at CPAC and the world just explodes. Yes. That's what I want.
I think Tiffany Gomez and Oliver Anthony should date.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be great.
That would be beautiful.
For the culture. For the culture, it would be great.
You know right now that girls that ignored him in high school are just like, hey. They're like,
no, I was like, he
Mr.
must
Text.
be getting a lot of honeys in his DMs right now.
Yep.
Because once they smell clout, they pounce.
Like, we used to sit next to each other at lunch.
He's gonna start making emo music about how like all the bitches ignored him when he was in high school when he had nothing, and then when he went viral, they were all up in his DMs like they knew each other.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. He just does a cover of that song.
Okay.
It's two $20 ones.
Daniel J. Corica said, is there any other way to send y'all pet pictures if I don't have Twitter X? Happy hump day, crisis actors. Where else would you send it?
You could try to send them as a message on Instagram. I may or may not get it.
Maybe send it in the Discord and get somebody to post it for you.
Yes, there you go.
Victor Von Durp said both sides are rotten no matter who is holding the reins. Goldman Sachs still runs the Treasury. Monsanto still runs the Department of Agriculture. Northrop Grumman and McDonnell Douglas still oversee the DoD. Both transferred jobs abroad.
See, that's why we need to put Tiffany Gomez in charge of all of those divisions. I remember at one point somebody saying that most of the weapons manufacturers in the country were run by, had female CEOs.
Girl bosses.
By girl bosses. We need to put her in charge of all of them because she's going to prioritize mental health before we drop bombs on Middle Eastern countries.
I think you can see interdimensional beings.
Oliver Anthony and Tiffany Gomez could both make great mental health advocates.
Yeah, well, I mean, it does actually make sense because he does talk a lot about despair and a lot about these things. So what he needs to get the help that she's going to be offering with her organization that she's launching.
That's why they're going to hit her off.
It is.
We should play this video that he posted, though, where he's basically denouncing the GOP debate's use of his song and their reactions to the song.
Here we go.
Is seeing people rap politics. If there is anything for me to address at all with you, it's that it's the one thing that has bothered me is seeing people wrap politics up into this. I'm disappointed to see, like, it's aggravating seeing people on conservative news try to identify with me like I'm one of them. It's aggravating seeing certain musicians and politicians act like we're buddies and act like we're fighting the same struggle here, like
Name
we're
drop
trying
them.
to present the same message.
I want drama.
I've had a lot of people reach out to me, and I've tried to be polite to everybody, and I've talked to hundreds of people the last 2 weeks. But it seems like certain people want to just ride the attention of this song to maybe make them their own selves relevant, and that's aggravating as hell. The other thing that I find aggravating is, it was funny seeing my song in the. It was funny seeing it at the presidential debate, because it's like I wrote that song about those people, So for them to have to sit there and listen to that cracks me up.
I can tell.
But it was funny for me seeing the response to it. Like, that song has nothing to do with Joe Biden, It's a lot bigger than Joe Biden. That song's written about the people on that stage, and a lot more too, not just them, but definitely them.
Yeah, so you don't, unfortunately, you don't get to mention Epstein in the song and say it's not political. That's not a thing.
Or welfare,
or
taxes.
Which is fine if it's political, and I get what he's saying. It's being misrepresented. It's absolutely getting misrepresented by a bunch of, greedy people who want to use it for clout, and those people are scummy too.
The kind of political songs that people like DeSantis want are probably, 81 million votes my ass.
So I just know what I realized. Why he won't get together with Tiffany Gomez? Because she's gonna get there and she won't be able to see him, and we'll find out that he's not real. So he'll end up he's the one who's not real. She saw him on the airplane, and that's what happened. But you don't get to deeper. You don't, like, if you're gonna make music with a political bend, you're going to have to accept that people are going to drag it into their politics, right? Into their programs.
Went further to clarify, I don't support either side politically, not the left, not the right. I'm about supporting people and restoring local communities. Now go breathe some fresh air and relax, please. I'm not worth obsessing over, I promise. Go spend time with your loved ones.
I actually support the majority of that message, right? That's a good thing. There's a $20 one there from That's Danzatastic.
He said, Borak's so good. Also, Oliver Anthony is having a Mike Jones moment. Back then, hoes didn't want me. Now I'm hot. Hoes all on me.
Yes! Dude, if we can get a Mike Jones, Paul Wall, and Oliver Anthony song together.
And Brooke Hogan.
I watched it. I went down a weird Paul Wall rabbit hole the other day where he's like 42, still makes the same music.
Yeah. Wow.
But he's been doing it for like 20 years now. He's still got the grills, and he's been married for like 20 years to the same woman.
Wow. Beautiful.
And it's just,
Ride or die.
it's just hilarious. I was reading all about it, and it's very interesting. We need to get him to do a song. But if you look at Tom McDonald, he has to lean into the politics of the music he makes, and he accepts that people are going to talk about it in that respect.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be funny if DeSantis played a Tom McDonald song at one of his rallies? It would be like, it's the equivalent, kinda.
Yeah.
And do you want to be the artist that is embraced by politicians? That makes you cringe.
Right.
Like it's true that the right doesn't know how to handle
people that agree with them
being relevant to culture, because they see an artist and they're like, how can we make this into a clown political pundit?
Yeah.
Instead of just thinking they would have more impact doing art.
Yeah.
And just support that part of it.
They should have done what they should have done is there should have been like DeSantis should have staged a video where he's like in the campaign bus and that song's playing on his phone or something, and then he's like, oh, I was just listening to this song.
Oh, you caught me.
That would have been better than whatever the hell that was that he did at the debate. And I don't blame Oliver Anthony for not wanting to be, connected with any of these scummy people, because they are all scummy. Though it would be funny, the great end to this would be he endorses Chris Christie.
Yeah.
He's like, because we're gonna get him off the fudge rounds. If we get him the money, we're gonna get Chris Christie off the fudge rounds, and all will be well.
Yeah. Get him off the fudge rounds, on the Ozempic.
See, that's what we need. That's what we need. We need Chris Christie to campaign for Ozempic legalization for everyone.
He will
win the female vote handily.
I've heard that Ozempic is paralyzing people's stomachs.
Wouldn't be surprised.
And there are a lot of side effects that people don't know about it yet. So
Sounds experimental
we'll
to
have
me.
to see what happens to the celebrities when they get botched.
I find it funny how all these artists are like, please stop playing my music at your rallies.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, even the ones who it does appeal to people, like
Both Eminem and Oliver Anthony are
just like
in the handshake meme. Like, please
Actually,
don't make my music
somebody
cringe.
should make that meme.
I'm
the
gonna
handshake
message
meme
Bertman right now.
I mean, it's absolutely. I mean, but then you could do that with like 100 artists who told Donald Trump, they're like, please stop playing my music at your rallies. Like, it would be funny though if one of them didn't do it because they don't like Donald Trump. They're like, look, you can't dance. Like, the dance
For
is
your own good.
For your own
Politics
good.
is not cool.
Yeah, but like,
Nerds.
I like that idea. I mean, it's not. Politics is dorky.
Politics
and
is lame. Trump is cool.
But me and Mary were trying to figure out the other day, because Mary's like, I don't think Trump has ever done anything cringe.
Yeah, and I looked up like Trump cringe and awkward moments, and I watched them. It was just like a faux pas here and there. He misspeaks or whatever, but I don't think he's ever been truly cringe, and I'm waiting for evidence that he has been. Patriot American said, hey, Kara, which email do I have to use to apply for a job at Timcast? I've been trying to apply for a position at Tim's coffee shop, but I don't know which email to handle to send it to.
We have our own email, I believe, jobs@castbrew.com. And if not, you can just send them to the customer service at Timcast.
So it would actually be through Discord. There's a whole employee form to fill out on Discord. So if you're set up with Discord, look it up on Discord. If not, find the Discord instructions on the website. It's in the left-hand column. And from there, you can apply.
Yeah,
Also, go ahead.
Yeah, no, and the email I'm 99% sure is we have our own, and it's jobs@castbrew.com.
Yeah. Yep, for the coffee. Yeah.
Also, guys, yesterday we got copyright claimed for Vivek Ramaswamy playing the Eminem, performing the Eminem song. We got
which is
copyright claimed.
BS
way.
because
Yeah, that's
it was
bull.
clearly fair use, but whatever.
Yeah, so not cool. Thanks, Eminem. You're kind of a wuss if I'm being honest. It's, also, you could use an Eminem.
That's
You could
an
make
awfully hot coffee pot.
You could do that for a Cast Brew ad. You could have an
Yeah.
awfully hot coffee pot.
Honestly, I'm going to be honest, that reference goes over my head.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
I'll need to show
tell me
you
about it after. But just like on a side note about Eminem, I had my Spotify shuffle on the way here, and his song Marshall Mathers came on, and his old stuff was really violent.
Oh, yeah.
And I find it funny that politicians now want to associate with him.
The Marshall Mathers LP has some of those violent lyrics.
Yeah, I mean, I like it,
And what I
but-
like about it is he was very descriptive back then. Like, it was like Bob Dylan-esque storytelling, but just really, really violent.
Yeah, it's poetic,
and
like,
really, really good.
but it's
So
dark.
Everyone should listen to that. Like that whole those first two albums, the Marshall Mathers LP and the Slim Shady LP, are both very, very good for that. So
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.